Hey, it's Rob Brown with Clark Marine, and one of the questions I've been getting most recently is that we have really had our share of rain this spring and early summer, but not all the days are really bad. We've got this particular day. I mean, it is raining from start to finish, and it looks like it's going to go into Tuesday. But tomorrow afternoon, it's going to lighten up. It should be a little bit better chance to go boating. So, why not go boating just because one part of the day is bad? But what we need to do is really use our best common sense to start with. Is look at your weather report and check out, do we have thunder and lightning and whatnot going to be coming up anytime during the day, and try to avoid those periods of time. But you shouldn't not go boating when you've got the sun out there and whatnot. But thunderstorms, they're a thing of nature, and they will kind of crop up. So when you're out on the water, use kind of that 5-second rule, I guess. If you are out on the water and a storm set's coming up, and you see this, you see a clap of, you get some lightning. Count from the time you see the lightning to this time you hear the thunder. And then say if it's 30 seconds, you divide by 5. That gives you an idea of how far away that storm actually, the center of that storm is. In this case, the 30 seconds would give us about 6 miles away. 15 seconds, 3 miles away. And if it's 0 and you're hearing thunder and lightning at the same time, man, it is on top of you. And it would be time to do something when you start hearing or seeing that first sign of lightning. First thing would be to just try to gain shelter. A lot of times people think they're going to be able to outrun a storm, and in some ways, if you're on the north end of a lake and it's really coming, it's in the south and it's going south, you might be able to do that. But in any event, always be looking for the direction of the storm, and also anytime you see the lightning, make your count to see, is it moving towards you or moving away from you. If it starts moving towards you and it is in the direction where you need to go to get back to your camp or your home or your car, I would suggest, and the Boating Magazine is where I got a lot of this information, an article they put out in 2020. There's a lot of these things, a lot of information on the internet that you could look up to verify these things. But in this case, you would want to try to find shelter. If you can, even if it means pulling up to somebody's dock, requesting that you have a chance to maybe get in a garage or be someplace safe other than being right out in the open. If you find yourself stuck on the boat itself, then try to be the smallest point on the lake if you possibly can. Meaning that even if it starts to rain hard, put a life jacket on. Drop your bimini, drop your fish poles, drop anything that would be, try to get yourself as low a profile as absolute possible, and get in the center of the boat. Anchor if need be, if you can. But we had a situation maybe 20 years ago, and we were out with another family. We were on a walk-on-top pontoon of all things, and we were at our most popular lake we boat on all the time. We've always enjoyed it. And where our camp is, there was a storm starting to come through, and I remember my wife looking at me and say, look at Amy and Sissy's hair. And we were looking, and the hair was kind of going right out. So we're in a cove where we beached the boat. All of us went on to the shore. Nobody was at the residence, but I went up to knock on the door, and nobody was bothering. But there was a gazebo. So we kind of huddled in the middle of the gazebo, and let the storm pass. The storm passed maybe 15 minutes. Most of these storms are 15, 20, 30 minutes at, maximum. The majority are. And that you can basically ride that out. If you're going to resume any other activities such as water skiing and swimming and boating and whatnot, make sure you wait for 30 minutes after the storm passes, where you're not seeing any lightning, any thunder. Maybe the sky is coming clearing right up very well. So, hey, the best thing that you can do is what exactly I started this off with, is use your own common sense. Take a look at the weather reports before you get out on the water, and be aware of the skies as you're boating at any given time. And also be ready to make some adjustments to your day in case a storm like this crops up. But like I said, they generally last, 15 to 30 minutes. So don't let it ruin your entire day so that you don't go boating. I mean, we're right here. I know we are really, really anticipating the ability to go boating. We've had a lot of weather. It's going to pass. It always does. And we're going to have a beautiful July and August. Hey, it's Rob Brown with Clark Marine, and I hope this information is helpful to you.